Been a lot of celebrating for you guys this season, welcoming people back. I mean, what's it just been like in the room having Cole back?
It's awesome, man. Seems like we're always bringing the crew back. Shaq, Dean, Smoke. Now we got Bees, man. It's awesome to have Bees back in the building. It's great to see him. Just a great teammate. A lot of energy, and we're excited to have him back.
Looking ahead, what kind of impact do you think that Cole can have on this offense?
I mean, shoot. I mean, looks like he can still move. Out there running routes, he looks like he's still the same old Cole Beasley. Just he gets open. He's just a guy that just gets open in the slot. Everybody always talks about how unguardable he is, and I mean, hopefully we continue to do that. You know, I think he can be an outlet for Josh, certain situations, and so, like I said, we're excited to have him back in the building and be excited to see him play again.
Seems pretty unique that so many players come back here. They want to come back here, right? Guys even re-sign. You're going through your thing as well. What is it about this place and the building that happens?
Yeah, I think it's just the culture that we've built here. You know, since you could say 2017, just the culture that has been instilled in us and that we've built and continue to build and are continuing to build. You know, guys love the locker room. I know I do. I know a lot of guys love that locker room. It's different than any locker room that I've ever been a part of, and you know, other guys would say the same thing about, you know, the places that they've gone. Just being able to come back here, just the people in this organization, you really learn to appreciate, and also obviously the fans out here, the Mafia. There's no better fans than Bills Mafia being able to play, you know, whether it's on the road and they traveling and, you know, you're on third down and you pumping the crowd up and they're just as loud as the home crowd, or you're playing at home and it's snowing sideways and cold as hell and you got fans out there with their shirts off getting loud for third down. So it's really a special place, and you know, I can see why guys, you know, want to continue to come back here.
I don't think that you guys ever really need extra motivation, but I remember before the Dolphins game, the first one, watching you on the field pregame and just wondering, okay, is he going to play, is he not going to play? And then you watch your team lose your first game of the year. Thinking back to that, and then now, is there a little extra juice just knowing how the first one went down?
I mean, obviously, you know, team beats you, yeah, you don't want to lose twice to a team. So extra juice, you know, I think we understand the type of football team that we are, and, you know, our mindset is continuing to, you know, take that one day at a time approach. You know, like I said earlier or last week, you know, you look too far back or you look too far ahead, you miss kind of what's in front of you. And so, you know, yeah, we look back at that tape and understand some of the things that we did wrong and make some of the corrections. But, you know, this game might play totally different. You know, down there was 140 degrees, and, you know, it's going to be, you know, negative 12 degrees out here with snowing, and, you know, so it might be a little different game plan.
That the elements that, you know, both teams have to deal with them. But when you guys hear the forecast is, you know, freezing and snow, I mean, does that excite you with Miami coming up here?
I wouldn't say it necessarily excites me. I think over the course of my career playing out here in Buffalo, I think you more gain knowledge of how to prepare yourself to play in weather like that. Obviously, one thing, yeah, it's a mindset, you know, understanding, you know, early on in the week that this is what it's going to be like. But at the same time, you know, I've learned how to prepare myself to play in the cold, and especially here at home in Buffalo, you really just got to embrace it. You know, understand it. I think I told you guys this story a couple weeks ago when I was in Cleveland and getting off the plane, and, you know, for the first time when I was in Cleveland coming to Buffalo, it was a late December game. You get off the plane and that wind chill hits you for the first time. It plays a factor. You know, it played a factor in my head. I'm like, I do not want to be here right now. But, you know, like I said, over the course of my career, learning how to play in these cold weather games, I've definitely, you know, I've learned how to do it, and I've tried to pass my knowledge off to some of the younger guys on how to prepare yourself to play in those games.
Does today help, like getting out there in the elements?
Yeah, I think it does. Just like I said, understanding this is what it's going to be like, and it might be even a little more cold, more chilly. So we have great, like I said, our equipment guys do a great job of getting us ready and getting us prepared to play in cold weather games, and it's something that we embrace. You know, other teams might not like coming here and playing in it, but it is what it is, and, you know, we got to deal with it, they got to deal with it, and it's going to be fun. It'll be a fun matchup.
You mentioned you're not loving the cold. Is there teammates who you think actually like it?
Probably the bigger guys. I know some of those guys would rather have it, you know, negative 20 degrees out there than 100 degrees. So, like I said, it's more of a mindset to me. Being able to understand and prepare yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it is you need, to be able to go out there and play at a high level on Sunday, no matter what the elements are.
What's it like playing with that brace? What's it like playing with that?
I've kind of just learned how to play with it. It gives me a lot more comfort when I'm out there on the field. My elbow's still, it still needs the brace, so I'll probably wear it the rest of the season, and it gives me a lot of comfort out there, and it doesn't really affect me too much.
Hill a lot. What do you think about the complications of Hill and Waddle together?
Yeah, obviously, when you talk about those guys, you obviously talk about their speed. But those guys are playing at a high level. With Tua, obviously, last couple of games, probably want some plays back. Probably want some, and they're a good football team. It's a good football team coming in here. Like you said, with a lot of speed, and so we're gonna have to play well, extremely well to win, and we're gonna have to play really good team defense. 11 hats to the ball. But, when you're playing guys like with that, elite speed, you're going to have to play extremely well, and you're going to have to, take your angles, take the right angles, and play team defense.
From a game plan standpoint versus last time you guys played them, even just who was healthy for that game. The secondary is going to look so different, but was still effective in a lot of ways. So how much can you take from that last game of, what it was such a different team, but what did work? Yeah,
you could take a lot from it. We didn't necessarily tackle too well, so it's something that we're continuing to work on. We got to be able to, they might catch some balls. They're gonna catch some balls. It's the NFL, but being able to take the right angles and tackle. But also you could see how they plan to attack us, how they plan to attack some of the coverages that we always play week in and week out. But it's like I said earlier, it might be a totally different game plan. It might be a totally different game script. Depending on the weather, depending on if they make some adjustments based off of last week and the week prior to that. We'll have some adjustments that we'll have to make as well, and that's the game of football. Two good teams going at it on Saturday night, and both teams are going to have to make adjustments on the fly. And we're going to have to play well to win.
As a guy who came in the league and had to navigate his way to get to where you are and been cut by teams and things like that, when you see Kyer maybe not getting on the field as much, what can you say to him to help him through that?
Yeah, he's just got to continue to stay positive. No reason in sulking in it. No reason it's more of what I got to do right now to continue to prepare myself for that time being when I do step out on the field. It's the same thing of whether you're injured or whatever is okay. No reason in sulking in it. Is understand what I need to do right now in order to continue to build myself to get ready for the next. Because he's gonna have another opportunity, and when that opportunity comes, he's got to be ready to play, and he will be, and he will be, and I'm excited to see him play again, and just his growth throughout the season. You can see it, and he'll be ready to play.
What's the difference between Coach Vaughn and Coach Micah?
Coach Vaughn and Coach Micah. Damn, you put me on the spot with that one. I think they're both damn. You would like to take any information from either one of them. I would like to say Mike is going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. If I didn't say that, he might be upset at me. But yeah, 2 Hall of Fame players. You would love to take, like I said, advice from either one of them. Vaughn is a guy that I've learned so much from. I think I told you guys that last week, especially when I was going through my injuries, and I heard him up here talking about the stuff he was going through, and just being able to stay positive and be in a good place. A lot of that stuff I learned from him. And Micah, during the Jets game, I'm going up to Micah during TV timeouts or during a break, and I'm asking him, hey, how did you see this, or how do we play this, or what's the call here? And so he's still out there helping me play the game and trying to get me to be the best player that I can be. And I just appreciate that so much, that he's really taking the time, spending the time he's in the meeting rooms all the time, sitting right next to me. So if I have a question, it's, hey, Micah, how do you see this? So I would love to take advice from both of them any day of the week.
Does that feed off of the younger players too? The idea that they'll be around however far you guys go this year. How much of a contribution, you think maybe back to yourself as a young player to have that option, to have that resource in game like that?
Right. It's huge. Just to have somebody is that experience, somebody who's been in situations like that, who they might tell you, just one little detail of something that you might have even like, it just blew your mind. Like, damn, you're right. Okay, you're right. I'll watch that right here. And it's that experience. It's that, I mean, and to see them in the meeting rooms, it just shows that they care, that they want to be here and they want to help this team win football games, even if they're not playing. So got a lot of respect for both of them. Vaughn obviously coming back today. It's awesome to see him. And then Micah, I know it's hard. I know that's hard. I've been done for the season before. And to feel like, you can't help your teammates as much as you want to. That's tough, but he is definitely taking control, and he's doing his very best to stay engaged, and he's doing a great job of it. Call him Coach Micah. That's his name, Coach Hyde.